Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. So I got Addison's and celiac disease contemporaneously when I was about 38 or 39 years old, and I'm 52 now, so I'm pretty strong in math. That's about 17, 18, 19 years, somewhere in there. And then I got diabetes about a year ago. First they thought it was a more benign form of diabetes that I could treat without medicine, but then after about 4 months they realized my numbers were not improving like they should, and that I was going to have to take medicine, specifically insulin, which I do now, which is pretty awesome because it solved the problem. So Addison's and celiac are linked, but they're not, they're comorbids. People who have celiac are more likely to have Addison's, but the rate of Addison's in the general population is about 1 in 1 million, and so it's pretty rare. The rate of Addison's within the celiac community is about 1 in, I think it's like 2 or 300,000, so you're more likely to have it. Doctors don't know why, but people who have autoimmune diseases tend to be more susceptible to other autoimmune diseases, and they're both autoimmune diseases. It doesn't bother me, honestly. I take pills twice a day for Addison's, and if I do that, I should have a normal life. I am susceptible to, my body can't produce adrenaline, so if I get in a car accident or something like that that's severe, I could be in more trouble than the average person. But day to day, if I take steroidal pills, I'm okay. And as far as celiac goes, I don't eat gluten, and it's gotten a lot easier to do that since gluten's become more well known, and there are a lot of options now that are gluten free. So it's not hard. So I used to look at the ingredient lists a lot, but most stuff that's packaged that is gluten-free now, it says on the front. So I'm looking at this one, and it's got no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, but it doesn't say gluten-free. So I'll bet that this does have gluten in it. And when I look at the ingredients, wheat flour is the second ingredient. Nuts are also gluten-free, so I don't even have to check the ingredients on pistachios, peanuts. Their nuts are per se gluten-free. Number one ingredient, wheat flour. So this is a no-go.
It's Village Radio. You love to watch TV, but your TV's getting
No-go on the cookie dough. Celiac I have to think about more because you eat food more during the day. And for example, we ordered pizza for lunch today in the office. And I mean, there are plenty of options for me, but I can't really participate in that. I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but honestly it was a little bit of a relief because I've been getting progressively more sick without a diagnosis. So when you actually get an explanation for what's going on, especially if it's treatable, it's a little bit of a relief. So I was, I guess, partially relieved and partially upset that I had these diseases, but I guess mostly I was relieved because they're treatable. I'm still here, doing okay. So Addison's disease, my adrenal gland stopped functioning when I was around 38 or 9 years old, and it's amazing that scientists have medicine that basically replicates the functions of the adrenal gland on a day-to-day basis. Specifically, I take steroids that replicate the functions of the adrenal gland. I don't have the ability to produce adrenaline, so in situations where a normal person with fear, fight or flight, injury, most people would produce insulin, and I don't have that ability. It puts me in a little bit of danger because insulin helps adrenaline helps to keep you alive in those situations, even if it's to sustain your body when you get injured. But other than that, there's not a lot of repercussion. Your skin does change color a little bit when you have Addison's, so I'm a little bit darker than I was for most of my life. But really the day-to-day symptoms are muted by the medicine. I really don't think about it much.